Hello.
Nice to see you again. I can see you're all set for the lesson, most of you. So while we just wait for everybody to come in, just make sure your cameras are on, everybody, if you can, and mute yourself, and we'll hear from you later. So we'll just give it another minute or two, let everybody come in. Feels like that week went very quickly, doesn't it?
Teacher, good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you as well. Do you know, for me, it's the afternoon, actually. But for you, it's the evening. It's funny, isn't it? So it's 1 o'clock for me. What time is it for you, Ethan?
It is. For me, it is 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Wow. So we're 7 hours different, aren't we? There we go. Look at that. Okay. So the other thing, hello. The other thing I'd like you all to do, if possible, if it's not already, is make sure the name that's on your screen is the name is actually your name, and it's how I am to say it. Okay. So if you've got something else on there, I don't think any of you have actually. I think there was some last week. Just make sure it's the name that you use for yourself. Okay, then I can make sure I'm saying those correctly. So I'll start just seeing who we've got then. We've got Ethan. And we've got Darius. Hello, Darius. Hello, Jerry.
Hello.
Hello, nice to see you again. Hi, Ning John Schwen. Sorry, had to remind myself how to say it.
No, it's Jin Schwen.
Say it again.
Jin Schwen.
Jin Schwen. Yeah, great. Thank you. Sorry, I will remember. It's been a week, so I'm sure I'll remember. Marcus, hello.
Hello.
Great. And then Ethan, I've said hello to you. Have a nice. I think that's everybody for now. Perhaps we'll start with a game, and then if anybody else is coming in today, they can join us while we're doing that. So I'll share my screen and we can start having a look at that. And we might come back to that later. So thought we could play a game of spot the difference. And you have to use your best English to describe what the differences in the pictures are. Okay, so I can hear we've got a few more people coming in. So we'll just say hello to those first. Hello, Caden.
Hello. It's upside down.
Yeah, it is upside down. Are you able to turn yourself the right way up, Caden?
No.
Let's see, maybe he'll do that later. Did somebody else just come in as well? Let me have a look at my list. Don't think so. Okay, let's have a look at the pictures. And remember, you have to use your best describing skills to explain those differences. So we have 2 pictures. Hopefully we're all ready. And I think it tells us underneath there are 7 things that are different in the second picture.
There are 2 sheep in the first picture.
Okay, and then you can say, but in the second picture.
Okay. The horse and a cow.
Oh, hold on a second. Let's make sure, because we've got a group of us, okay? Let's all stop and let's all mute. And let's work out how we're going to do this so we can all be heard, okay?
It's missing.
So I'm just going to wait for everybody to be muted because I could hear some really good English there, but unfortunately I couldn't hear all of it because it was too much at once. Okay, there was a group of us. So whoever that is speaking, can you mute for now, please? Let's be really clear, okay? We'll go back to it in a second, don't worry. So that we can all be heard. If you've got an idea, put your hand up or use your reactions. and then I can make sure we're not all speaking at the same time, okay? And then when I ask you, when I say your name, you can unmute and you can explain, okay? And I think that hopefully will work a bit better so we can all hear each other, all right? Let me lower my hand on my reactions and we'll start again and we'll see if we get the hang of it this time. So, Jin Xuan, you were saying something about the sheep. Unmute.
There are two sheep at the first picture, but the second picture there is only one sheep.
Exactly. Well done. Good. So, oh, why is it saying cross there? I think it's got to click on the right bit. That was my fault. Okay, Marcus.
The turkey was missing.
The turkey is missing. Yes, well done. And who shall we have next? Darius.
The duck is missing.
The duck is missing. There's a duck missing. Let's see. Here, yes. Well done. Good. Okay. I've taken a screenshot, so it might run out of time in a minute. I'm going to put it on the other screen. Okay. So don't worry, because when there's more of us, it's hard to explain them all. So I'll just put it on here instead. And we'll keep going. So Ethan, what's the next difference?
There is a head missing.
There is a
Head missing.
a hen. Oh yes, there is, isn't there? Here, yes, well done. Okay, so I think we've got 3 now. Let's see if we can get all 7. Let's go on. Who's there? Who would like to go? Put your hand up. Let me have a look through the pictures. Go on again then, Jin Xuan.
Yeah, am I going again?
Yeah, you can go again. I couldn't see any other hands up. You can go again.
There are 1 sheep missing.
Okay, so there is 1 sheep missing. The word sheep is a funny word because it will always be sheep. If there is 1, we say sheep. If there are 100, we say sheep. So it's always sheep there. And because it's 1 sheep that's missing, there is 1 sheep missing.
She said chick.
Oh, a chick. Oh, all of that explaining and I misheard you. Oh, well, hopefully it was useful anyway. Thank you. Yes, there is actually, isn't there? There's only 2 here and there's 3. Sorry about that, Jin Xuan. Okay, go on again, Darius.
A cow is missing.
There is a cow missing, isn't there? Well done, Darius. Good. So I think we're up to 5 now. I think we've got 2 more, if I'm right. See if we can find them. Should we have somebody new that hasn't tried yet? Caden, can you see what else is missing?
1 duck is missing.
There is 1 duck missing. Yeah, well done. I think somebody said that. Actually, I might have circled the wrong thing earlier. Well done. Good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we've only got 1 more thing left to find now.
The horse is missing.
Oh, thank you, whoever said that. Just remember to wait till you've been chosen next time, okay? But the horse is missing. Well done. So there should be 1 there. Brilliant. So hands down, everybody. Well done for waiting with your hand up. I know it's nice to just be able to unmute and say things, and I don't mind sometimes, but we want to make sure we can always be heard, don't we? So well done for finding all those differences. I'll put them onto the real game later, and maybe we can go on to level 2 next time. So let's think about what we're doing today then. Now we've had our warm up, and that is that we're going to focus on this skill here is something called intonation. Have a go at saying it, intonation. You don't need to unmute, you can just say it to yourself if you like. Okay, put your hand up if you know already what intonation is. It's to do with speaking, because this is a speaking class. So what could it be? Let me have a look through the cameras, see if anybody might know. Oh, we're not looking too sure. Oh, hello, Ashmita. I've just seen that you've just come in. Hello. Let's make sure your camera's on as well, please. Well, in that case, then we're going to be learning lots today, because it looks like people aren't too sure what intonation is. And actually, that's always quite nice at the beginning of a lesson when we don't know already, because it will mean that we learn lots today. So that's okay, Ashmita. I've just read your message. That's fine. We're going to look at a video, and that's going to explain a little bit more. Okay, but really it's to do with the way our voice sounds, so that different meaning is taken from the words that we say. So it's kind of getting a feeling by the way that we say things. So you're going to have some examples in the video, but listen carefully, because afterwards we're going to see how much we remember, and we're going to write all of the different things we can do to get good intonation in our voices on the screen. So see if you can think of at least one example once we've watched the video. And hopefully it will all become a bit clearer as to what it is.
This is more than a mirror. This is a portal to your future.
And bring it. Come on!
Introduce.
Hey everyone, welcome to ElementalEnglish.com. Today's podcast is an introduction to intonation, an English pronunciation lesson. Speaking and understanding English doesn't just come from using correct grammar and vocabulary. Native English speakers convey meaning in their sentences with pitch, the ups and the downs and the musical notes of their sentences. For example, the following two sentences contain the same words, but is there a difference in meanings? Number 1, she got a dog. Number 2, she got a dog? In these two simple sentences, the focus word of the sentence, the word that gets the most emphasis, is dog. But what happened with the sound of the focus word? In sentence 1, the intonation went down to indicate the completion of the thought. She got a dog. In sentence 2, the intonation went way up to indicate surprise. She got a dog? The patterns of ups and downs of your voice and your pitch on and after the focus word, which is usually at the end of a sentence or question, is called intonation. In English, there are 3 intonation patterns: a rise, a full fall, and a partial fall. Listen and repeat the following examples of intonation patterns. The focus word is underlined in each sentence. I got a dog. I got a dog. How are you? How are you? Your dog speaks English? Your dog speaks English? Who got a dog? Who got a dog? My dog is smart, pretty, and sweet. My dog is smart, pretty, and sweet. I want a dog, but... I want a dog, but... So remember, speaking English isn't just about correct grammar and vocabulary. You must change your pitch, the ups and the downs, and the musical notes of your voice to convey proper meaning, emotion, and expression. As always, post your questions and comments below, and if this lesson was helpful to you, feel free to share it with friends and family on Facebook and Twitter.
Don't need to do that. Okay, so hopefully now you know a little bit more about what intonation actually is, so that when we're speaking in today's exercises, we can really focus on using that intonation in our voices. So let's have a go at seeing how much we can remember from the video, and we're going to actually practice doing it. Okay, so who can explain or who can tell me one thing about intonation, something we can do with our voices to use intonation, or perhaps you can tell us a bit more about what it is? Hands up. Marcus?
Lower your pitch or
or you can make it higher. Yeah, so lower, make it lower or higher.
you can higher your pitch or lower your pitch.
Good. So you can use a high pitch or low pitch. And what's the difference? What does it mean when we hear things in different pitches? What does it do to the person listening? Jerry, is that your hand up or are you just stretching? Does it make it mean something different from the way it sounds? Yeah, it does. So good intonation should give away the meaning of the sentence, shouldn't it? It should give away whether it's a question, whether it's a statement, whether we feel happy about it, whether we feel sad about it, and so on. So if we were to use a high pitch on our one word, let's say, okay, what did they call that one word that we really change our pitch on? Can anybody remember? Jin Xuan, was that you?
Question mark.
Yeah, that's so. Okay, let's think then. If we had a question mark on the written piece of English, would your pitch go high or low for that word?
High,
at the
because
end?
if you are surprised.
Ah, okay. So high if you are surprised or asking a question, yeah? Good. Well done, Jin Xuan. And well done for stopping yourself and putting your hand up as well when you started talking. Okay, so let's think about if it's low. What does that tell us if we tend to use a low pitch on the focus word?
Like,
Ethan? That it's what, sorry, that you know? What does a low pitch mean usually? Anybody know? It said in the video, it means usually just that you've finished what you're saying. It's kind of completed. And then the other thing we were looking for, I think I mentioned it a moment ago. Oh, Jin Xuan, do you want to have another go?
It's a full stop.
It's like having a full stop, exactly. So in spoken language, we can't see question marks and full stops, can we? So that's why we have to use our intonation. So I like that you're relating it to punctuation. That's a good idea. And we want to think about the focus word being the one that you really want to stand out in the sentence. Okay, so there's some of the main ways that we can use intonation. But the main thing, obviously, we want to do, rather than talking about it, we want to use it. So let's try just with one simple example to begin with. Okay, so let's just take the sentence or the statement. Let's say, it is raining. Okay, now, if I just say, it is raining, I sound a bit like a robot. There's not much meaning behind that. Who would like to have a go at saying those words, but making it sound like you are surprised that it's raining? Maybe we weren't expecting it to rain. Who would like to have a go at that? Put your hand up. Go on, Marcus. Well done.
is it raining?
Oh, that's like a question, actually, if you change the words over. And that was a good high pitch for a question. Try again with it is raining.
It is raining.
Okay. I like that we had a high pass there. Which word was higher, Marcus?
It.
Yeah, you put the high pitch here. Now, I like that you were using pitches, but which one do we want to be the focus word, really?
Raining.
I would say so, because that's the bit we're surprised about, isn't it? The fact that it's raining. So, Marcus, try again one more time, but now try and put your high pitch on raining. Oh, you might have frozen, Marcus.
It is raining.
Okay, so that's sounding a little bit more surprised now. You sounded quite confused about that one, actually. Okay, but I like that you've changed where your high pitch is. Well done, Marcus. Who'd like to have a go as well?
Oh,
But have a go. Try and be as
I-
surprised as you can.
Teacher,
Let's have some other people joining in.
my internet connection was unstable, so I froze just now.
Yeah, we did hear you. Do you want to do it one more time, though, just in case?
Alright.
Okay, Ashmita, did you want to have a go?
It is raining.
Yeah, that was getting better. Yep. That again sounds a little bit more like you were excited, actually, in that one. It's raining. Like, wow, we're going to go out and play. It's raining. We want to sound surprised. It is raining. Like, I'm so surprised. Why is it raining? It's raining. That goes really high on raining. Who's going to have a go on that one? Go on, Darius. Do you want to have a go? Just have a go. Doesn't matter if you're not quite sure.
It's raining.
Yeah, you were getting a little bit of intonation in there. Well done. Okay, we want to sound even more surprised. It's raining. Whoa. I imagine that like whoa sound that we do. Marcus, you right? Were you saying something?
It's raining.
Oh, that was good, Darius. Yeah, wow, brilliant. That was much better. Brilliant. Well done to you, Darius.
Teacher.
Okay, last time, Jinxuan.
Teacher.
It's raining.
Yeah, that's a little bit surprised. A little bit surprised in that one. Well done. Marcus, you okay? Oh, I thought you were asking something there, Marcus. Okay, let's
I'm
try.
just saying that my connection is unstable always.
That's okay, Marcus. I can still hear you, actually. I know it might be annoying for you. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully you can still see what's on the screen. Okay.
But I heard you say this.
Okay. I'm sorry about that, Marcus. But unfortunately, we're just going to have to carry on, okay? But hopefully you can get the main idea. But that sounds annoying about your Wi-Fi. So let's try another sentence, okay? And it's going to be, who is coming here later? That's a question. Who is coming here later? So if we just want to ask it normally, we just want to know who's coming here later. How would we ask it? What's going to be the focus word for a question? Ethan?
Later.
Later, good. That's going to be our focus word because and what do we do with the end of a question? Do we make it higher or do we make it lower, Ethan?
Higher.
Great. Do you want to have a go then?
Who's coming later?
I think that was Darius.
Who's coming later?
That was good. Yeah, good. That's just a straightforward question. Now, imagine somebody's just said, I don't know, they've just said, hey, guess what? The Queen's coming here later. And you just can't believe it. What's our focus word going to be now when we say this? Darius, what do you think? The Queen's coming. We can't believe it. We want to check. What's the focus word going to be? Ashmita? You're on mute, Ashmita.
Who is coming here later?
Okay, so you focused on, did you focus on who? Which one did you focus on? Okay, we're going to keep it going high for later because it's a question. But remember, this is total confusion. We can't, or complete disbelief. Okay, who is coming here later? Or who is coming here later? Like, you can't believe it. Tell me again, is it really the Queen? Who wants to go try that one again? Disbelief. So put your high pitch on who and later. Go on, Jin Shuen.
Who's coming here later?
Okay, now later, because it's a question. Who is coming here later?
Who is coming here later?
That's much better. Wow, well done. Very good. Okay, and we'll move on. But hopefully you're starting to get the idea that the way we say things can completely change what we mean or how we feel about it, can't it? So we're going to have a look at another discussion picture like we did last week. And I'd like to hear a little bit of intonation in your voice. So if there's we're going to talk about food because, you know, who doesn't love food? Notice my intonation. Who doesn't love food? We're focusing on the who. I want to really, really hear what you really like or what you really dislike from low there, what I really dislike. So, Caden, what's your favourite food? It doesn't have to be in the picture.
My favorite food is roti canai.
What's it called? Tell me again.
Roti canai.
Oh, that's something I've never heard of. But what's it like?
Like wrap.
Indian flatbread.
Like a bread wrap with something in it.
Indian flatbread.
No, inside don't have anything.
Oh, okay. That sounds interesting. So like a bread wrap, yeah?
It doesn't wrap anything.
Let Caden talk, please. That was Caden's question.
People use. It also has dal.
Oh, very nice. Oh, do you know, I'm going to make that for dinner tonight, actually, dal. Maybe not the type you're thinking of, but one type of it. Anyway, that sounds really, really tasty. So if that is your favorite food, when you say the name of the food, take it up a little higher. Let's try again.
Say another my favorite food.
You can say another one if you like, yeah?
McDonald's.
Ah, yeah, who doesn't love McDonald's? So you could say my favorite food is definitely McDonald's. Like that's the bit that gets the emphasis.
Okay.
Try it again.
My favorite food is definitely McDonald's.
Great. And you went high up there with McDonald's, because that is like, well, there's the excitement. Very good, Caden. Well done. Marcus, have a go.
My favorite food is ABC soup.
Great. And you went up high for the soup. Brilliant. That sounds really good. Darius, what's your favorite food?
Sushi.
Great. So might say the whole sentence. My favorite food.
My favorite food is sushi.
Great. Sushi. Sushi. My favorite food is sushi. Because I like it so much. I'm taking that food up higher. Jin Chuan, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is cheeseburger.
Great. That sounds really nice. And Ethan?
Teacher, I still haven't think finished.
You're not sure?
Yeah.
Oh, but do you know what? You could use your intonation again. You could say, I just can't decide. Quite high up, because you just can't. It's so difficult. You're so confused. It's a bit high up. I just can't decide.
Teacher, can I
Ashmita?
try?
Go on.
Just can't decide.
Oh, that was good, Ethan. Well done. Go on, Ashmita.
My favorite food is burger.
Great. And you went up for food and burger. That was good. Well done. Who hasn't had a go? Is there anybody? Jerry, did you have a go? What's your favorite food?
My favorite food is noodles.
Great. Okay. And you went high up with noodles. Yeah, because we know you like it now, because you went high pitch for noodles. Very good. So now, if we don't like a food and we really want to emphasize that we don't like it, are we going to go high or low? Thumbs up for high. Thumbs up for low. Now, this is quite a hard one for me to demonstrate, because I actually like quite a lot of foods. There's not very many that I don't like. But I really don't like Brussels sprouts. Do you know what they are?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I really don't like Brussels sprouts. Did I go high or low on Brussels sprouts?
Low.
Good. So that's showing my dislike. Brussels sprouts. Ugh. Low. So Jin Chuan, as you knew that, is there a food that you don't like?
I don't like to eat onions.
Onions. Ah.
Yeah.
Now
they are
I'm quite
disgusting.
surprised that you don't like onions, because I really like onions. So I might go, onions? High? Because I can't believe it. So you see, all the time we're going high, low, and we're getting all these meanings, aren't we? If we wanted to agree with Jin Chuan, and you might go, onions, oh, yes, so low with her. I agree with her. So I'm saying the same word, onions, onions. They both mean different things, just with my intonation. Is there a food that you don't like, Ashmita?
I don't like sushi.
Oh, you don't like sushi. So who was it that said they liked sushi? I can't remember who that was now. Was it you, Darius? So what would you say to Ashmita? You can't believe it. She doesn't like sushi. Show her some disbelief. Darius, have a go. Take it high. You don't like sushi? High up, disbelief. Oh, Darius has vanished. Maybe he's practicing. Have a go. Darius, are you going to try? So you can't believe it.
Like strawberries.
You don't like strawberries, but also, did you know Ashmita said she doesn't like sushi? So sushi, can't believe it. I think we'll leave that one for now, but you don't like strawberries. I'm quite surprised by that as well. Marcus, is there a food that you don't like?
No, there isn't a. Oh, yeah. Eggplant. I hate
Eggplant.
eggplant.
I quite like it actually. Now, eggplant is American English. Do you know the word for British English for eggplant?
I don't know.
Aubergine. Two very different words. Yeah. Eggplant is American. Aubergine is British English.
Aubergine.
Yeah, aubergine. Well done. We say je here. It's an interesting letter on that because we don't normally pronounce it like that. Jerry, is there a food that you don't like?
I don't like ginger.
Ginger. Oh, that's a shame. I quite like ginger tea, so we're very different. Last one, Ethan, I think you've got your hand up.
Yeah, I also don't like ginger.
So the way we would usually say that is I don't like ginger. Do you know there's a word that goes at the end? Who was that said that? Who was it? Ethan, was it you? You don't like ginger. Who else doesn't like ginger? I missed who that was, sorry. Whoever it was, you would say, I don't like ginger either or either. You can say I also don't like ginger, but the kind of the way that we tend to say more often is I don't like ginger either or either. You can use either pronunciation, either. Okay, let's move on. And you've had a little chance to practice your intonation. We're going to keep going. So all the way through the lesson, I want to hear that intonation. Now we're going to watch another video and we're going to keep with the food theme because I always think that's a good one for using intonation because we either love it or hate it often anyway. And the main thing we're going to be doing is improving the intonation used by the characters because you'll notice when they're speaking, it's like robots. They don't really have any meaning or feeling in their words. So I might pause it every now and again and see if you can use better intonation. Okay. Let's get rid of this line.
Mr. Park's family has arrived at the restaurant after cleaning up their whole house. Welcome to Dennis Dining. Do you have a reserved table? Yes, I called this morning. What is your name? I'm Mrs. Park. I see, Mrs. Park. A table for 4, right? Yes, that's right. Sorry for letting your family wait. Please follow me. Here is your table. Here is your menu. Please take a look. Can I get another menu? Oh, yes, no problem.
Marcus, you okay? Let me pause this.
Just now they forget to put the white on your.
Ah, well done. Do you want to say the whole thing then? Shall I go back a little bit so you can see it again?
Can I get another menu? Oh, yes, no problem.
Sorry, did I miss it?
Here it is.
Thank you.
So, are you ready to order?
Okay, let's start putting some intonation in because put your thumb up if you agree. This is all a bit flat, isn't it? Do you think it's flat? Can you hear any intonation?
Yeah, it's all flat.
It's flat. Yeah, there's not much high pitch or anything low pitch going on there. So let's try this question. Are you ready to order? Let's try it with a bit more intonation. Have a go, Jin Xuan.
Teacher, where should I start from?
Let's just say the question that's on the screen. So,
So, are you ready to order?
great. We had 2 high-pitched words, so and order. Brilliant, Jin Xuan. That was really well, really good intonation in that question. Let's keep going.
Yes. For appetizer, can I get French fries, please? Do you guys want
So there's a
anything
little bit of
else?
intonation, just
Jean?
not very much.
Anna? I want a salad. We have many kinds of salads. You can see it on this page of the menu. Anna, there are Caesar salad, fruit salad, and green salad. What do you want? Caesar salad sounds good. Okay, then can we have 1 Caesar salad, please? 1 Caesar salad and 1 fry. So that's all for appetizers? Yes. What do you like for your main dishes?
Okay, another question with
there's so
no
many-
intonation. What do you like for your main dishes? How are we going to use more intonation, Shmita?
What do you like for your main dishes?
Good. You could even go higher on dishes. What do you like for your main dishes?
What do you like for your main dishes?
Good. Much better. Well done. Ethan? Were you going to say something though, Marcus? Is your hand still up for now, or is it from earlier?
What do you like for your main dish?
Yeah.
What do you like for your main dishes? Hi, yeah. Let's keep going.
There's so many things. What are your recommendations? Our today's special menu is grilled salmon served with orange sauce. Our most famous dish is the special beef burger, which is ordered and loved by many of our customers. Oh, then I'll get 1 grilled salmon, please. Honey, what's your choice? I think I would like to try the special beef burger.
Can we put more into that? I think I'd like to try the special beef burger, Marcus.
I think I would like to try the special beef burger.
Oh, wow. He's very excited about this because it's the special beef burger. So I can hear the excitement in your voice. Much better, Marcus. Well done.
I think I would like to try the special beef
Sounds
burger.
so much better than him.
Great choice. You always love beef after all. Kids, what do you like? I want to eat spaghetti tonight. So 1 meatball spaghetti, please. I think I will have a special beef burger like Dad. Okay, I will confirm your family's order.
Oh.
1 grilled salmon, 2 special beef burgers, and 1 meatball spaghetti. Is that all? Yes, I think that's all. Would you like some desserts? Is it okay if we order it later? Yes, I will take it later then. Do you want anything to drink? I will have a cup of water, please, a beer for my husband, and 2 Cokes for my children. Thank you very much. I will get the drinks first.
Okay, who's going to make that intonation better? Thank you very much. I will get the drinks first. What should we do with that to make it sound a bit better? Ethan?
Teacher, I have a question.
Let's Ethan go first, Marcus, and then put your hand up. Ethan?
Thank you very much. I will get the drink first.
Okay. So there's a little bit more intonation in there. I think we could have even more. Which bit do you think he wants to emphasize? What should be the focus word or words, Ethan? If he's working in the restaurant, you're normally quite glad that you've got your customers there coming to buy the food. So I would probably want to emphasize this bit so that they really feel like they've been thanked really well. Do you want to have another go, Ethan? And so thank you very much. So that's like a really enthusiastic, positive thank you. I'll get the drinks first. Have a go.
Thank you very much. I will get the drink first.
Great. You sounded much more enthusiastic with that intonation. Very good. So we'll leave the video for now because we're going to act out this restaurant scene ourselves now. Oh, Marcus, what was your question, by the way?
For the food.
Teacher,
Yes.
why is the father's voice and the waiter's voice the same?
They are quite similar, aren't they? I think probably the same voiceovers doing it, but for us it was useful because we could put more intonation in because they were both a bit flat. So we're going to be in a restaurant now. Funny, because we're in our virtual world. We can be wherever we like. Okay, now we can decide who could be perhaps the person welcoming everybody at the door. And maybe a few of you could be the people having dinner, and somebody could be the waiter or waitress. Okay, so who would like to be the person welcoming everybody at the door for this scene? You, Jin Shuen. Okay, who would like to be the waiter later on? Is that you, Darius? Okay, and then everybody else, we're going to be having dinner. Okay, so we're going to have to think of things we can say how we would in a restaurant, but we of course want to use lots of intonation. So Jin Shuen, welcome us to this restaurant.
Welcome.
Great. You can make up anything else if you like. You could say welcome to the sushi restaurant, or what was your favorite food? I can't remember.
Welcome to the cheeseburger restaurant.
Great. And you don't like onions. You could say, well, we certainly don't serve onions. They probably wouldn't say that, but just thought I'd add it on anyway. So let's try the whole thing.
Welcome to the cheeseburger restaurant.
Brilliant. And you might ask us a question. What might you ask everybody coming to the restaurant?
Which table would you want to sit at?
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. So let's imagine we've seen the table that we want to sit at. Who's going to say it with good intonation, Marcus?
Which table would you like to
Sit at?
sit at?
Yeah, good. So that's a good question. How would you answer it? If you saw it and you're pointing, what might you say?
I would like to sit on that table.
Good. Yeah, and it's all still quite high, isn't it? So how are we feeling about this restaurant at the moment, Ashmita? Are we feeling a bit miserable that we're going to the restaurant with that intonation, or are we feeling quite excited about our trip to the restaurant? Ashmita, what do you think?
Teacher, what are you saying just now? My internet is unstable.
Okay, so Ashmita, are they feeling miserable or excited to go to the restaurant?
Excited.
Yeah, okay, so let's keep that excitement going because nothing bad's happened yet. So now we're at the table, and what might we say when we sit down? This is taking a bit of acting and just thinking through what sort of thing might we say, or perhaps I can give you a sentence. We like the look of it, so what might we say as we sit down? Jin Shuen?
Wow, this seat is beautiful.
Yeah, wow, this seat is beautiful, you said. Good. I like the intonation. Now, we probably wouldn't say this seat is beautiful because we're talking about the chair then. So we might talk about
Well,
where
the
we're
seat is
sitting.
comfortable.
Oh, it's comfortable. Yeah. Okay. Well, this seat is comfortable. Well done, whoever that was. But if you think the whole place is beautiful, you could say, and this restaurant is beautiful.
Wow, this restaurant is beautiful.
Great. And somebody else could say, and the seat is so comfortable. Take your voice up high. Who's going to have a go? Caden? Haven't heard from you for a little while.
Wow, this seat is comfortable.
Good. I'm hearing the ups and downs, everybody now. Really good. Jerry, did you want to add something?
Teacher, what is Caden's background? Kid.
Marcus, let's stick to the lesson, please. What else could we say, Jerry? Perhaps if I write a sentence, you could say it with some intonation, okay? So, oh. Can you say that?
I can't wait to eat.
Yeah, brilliant. And I can hear the enthusiasm. Well done, Jerry. Can't wait to eat. Our focus word there. Can't wait to eat. You're doing really well, everybody. Let's go into the let's have a look at the menu. Sorry. It's time to choose. Oh, hard choice. So I'm a bit unsure. Low pitch. Oh, what shall I choose? Low. Have a look at the menu, everybody. And we're going to go round. And each person will say what they would like. So imagine we're at this restaurant now. This is good. It'd be good if we actually got given it, wouldn't it? And you can say whatever it will be. So I'm going to have a quick look at the menu. And I'd say, I would like the Thai chicken and rice, please. And also an English tea. Now I've gone down because I've finished. So I'm excited about my Thai chicken and rice, and it's a so I'd like the Thai chicken and rice, please, and also the English tea. Finished. Down. So what would you like? Oh, Darius, you were going to be our waiter. Do you still want to do that? And you can go round each person. What would you like, Marcus? Do you want to do that, Darius? Yes, no. Does somebody else want to be the waiter or waitress?
Me.
Ethan, is that you? Put your hand up if you want to. Jin Xuan, did you want to do that?
No.
Okay, lower your hand on the reactions. Marcus, did you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. Get your notebook at the ready. So what
would you like to order?
Now say a name, somebody in the class.
Should I choose a random person?
Yeah, choose somebody in the class. We're going to go around everybody.
Alright, I'm going to find the person. What would you like to order, Darius?
Well done.
I want to order a tomato soup and a chocolate cake, cheeseburger, and ice cream.
And then back to Marcus. You could say, wow, sounds great. Or something like that. And on to the next person.
Alright. Please do.
I think you've frozen, Marcus, so I'm going to take over for now. And when it's ready again, give me a wave and you can join in. So, Darius, that sounded like a really nice meal. What would you like to order, Ethan?
I would like a chicken salad and ice cream.
Okay, now we want something going high, so we can say please. Or somewhere where it's going up and down a bit. Okay, so I'd like the chicken salad and the ice cream, please. You could take down that way.
I would like a chicken salad and ice cream, please.
Oh, very good. So we went up high and low. Very nice. Marcus, ask somebody else.
I don't know what to ask.
Same thing. Same question. Everyone's placing their order.
Huh?
Everybody is placing their order.
What
order? So what would you like to order? So I'll say, what would you like to order, Jerry? Thank you, Marcus. You could choose one of these mains and maybe a drink.
I would like some.
Oh, I'm not sure I could hear that, Jerry. Have another go in a moment. I think maybe you froze. It was a bit hard to hear you. Caden, what would you like to order?
I would like to order Italian cheese and tomato pizza with 100+.
With what was the last thing? With a
100+.
Soft drink.
Soft drink.
Oh yes, I see. Yes, I see. Great, thank you, Caden. And have I missed anybody? Ashmita, have you placed your order?
Teacher, me.
Or go and Jin Chuen as well. So Ashmita first.
What would you like to order?
Good. Okay, place your order then.
I would love to order roasted chicken and potatoes.
Lovely. Good intonation. High and low. Finish. And finally, Jin Chuen.
I would like to order a plate of roast chickens and potato, cheese omelette, and soft drink.
And a soft drink. Sounds good to me. Very nice. So very nice orders, everybody. So a little bit more intonation. Let's see. How is your food, everybody? Let's all have a little bit. I've got our food now. Sounds like you've chosen some really nice things. And imagine now the waiter or waitress has come to you and said, how's your food, everybody? Put your hand up if you've got something to say about your food. How can we say it with really good intonation? Marcus, let's have hands up.
How is your food?
Nice question. Good. Who's going to answer? Ethan?
Teacher, can I answer?
Go on.
Was delicious.
Okay, we want more excitement than that, Jin Chuen. So where are you going to put the emphasis?
It was delicious.
Ah, that was so much better. Well done. How's your food, Ashmita?
Yeah, It was very delicious.
Great. I hear the high pitch on delicious. Good. Jerry, how was your food?
My food is noodles and the soft drinks
And the
and
soft drinks?
salad.
Oh, very nice. I like the sound of that. And how does it taste?
Tastes delicious. It tastes delicious.
Great. Good intonation, Jerry. Well done. Now, everybody, the moment we've been
Can I
waiting
say?
for. Time to pay. Oh, my
Teacher,
goodness.
but I don't have money.
Yeah, don't worry. Luckily, at the restaurant of the virtual restaurant, we don't really have to pay. So now imagine we've just had all of that delicious food, but we are a bit shocked because the bill has come back and it's more than we were expecting. So it was actually, how much should we say it was? Let's say perhaps £200, okay? So we're going to pick up the bill, have a look at it, and say in absolute disbelief, it's £200, pounds high up. Have a go, Ethan. So imagine that exclamation mark. Did you want to have a try, Ethan? It's £200. Perhaps we'll come back to you, Ethan. Okay, somebody else have a go. Marcus, have a go.
It's £200.
Wow, that was really good intonation. I can really hear that disbelief. And now we're going to react. Same thing. £200? Like, you can't believe it. Everybody unmute and say it. £200?
£200?
Super intonation. Good. And then we're a bit worried about this because we're not sure how we're going to pay. So we're going to take our voice low. Oh no. What are we going to do? Low. Everybody try it. Unmute.
Oh no, what are we gonna do?
Low. Good. Oh no. Low. What are we going to do? Everybody have a go. Yep.
Oh no, I don't know how to pay the bills.
Good. I get that nice low. Oh, it's terrible. That's the real feel of this now. Good. Any last people want to have a go? Just unmute and go for it. Okay, so we'll finish there for a break. We're about halfway through, just over. Give me a thumbs up if you're now getting the idea of what intonation is all about. Because you've been using really good intonation. Oh, brilliant. Good to hear it, Ashmita. Okay, if you're really getting the hang of it, thumbs up. If you feel like you're starting to use intonation, sideways thumbs. If you feel like you're finding it really hard, put your thumb down and we'll see, so I know for the second half how we're all feeling. Everybody show me. Can't see any thumbs. Are we getting the idea? Try and respond if you can. It's really helpful for me to know how you're doing. Thank you, Ethan. Good. I can see a few more thumbs now. Jerry, Darius, tell me how you're feeling about this if you can. Good. Okay, we will stop there for the break. So like we did last week, we'll have 5 minutes. You can go to the bathroom, have a move around, have a drink, do whatever you need to do, but just make
Teacher.
sure you're back within 5 minutes. Jinxuan?
You on the timer 5 minutes, but it is like a bomb. When it's already 5 minutes, it's like,
Oh, you want that timer?
yes.
Okay, I'll try and find it for next week, okay? I haven't seen that one before. It sounds fun. Right, let's enjoy our break then. See you later, everybody. See you in a minute.
Okay.
There we go. So break time is over. Let's see everybody back with their cameras on, ready to continue. Goes very quickly, 5 minutes, isn't it? Well done, everybody. Cameras on, ready to begin. Now, before we move on to our story section for the week, we'll finish what we were thinking about to do with the restaurant. And we're going to have a go at just a quick comprehension exercise. So thinking about these true or false questions. Remember, if you have a question, try not to interrupt. Try and put your hand up if you can. And you can also call me Hayley rather than teacher if you like. So who was that? Put your hand up if you had a question. Now oh, Marcus, go on.
When are we continuing the game?
The games. Yep, we might play a game at the end. Okay, we'll always normally do one beginning and end. Okay, and we've got lots of other things to do in between, haven't we? So even when we're talking about true or false questions, we could use intonation because we could say it's definitely true. Oh, it's definitely false. We tend to use a high for true and low for false usually. So let's look at this different menu now. And I'm going to get each of you to read a question and we can all decide whether it is true. So we'll have our thumbs up, or whether it is false. And then I'll choose somebody to answer. So Caden, can you read the first question for us?
You can eat salad in this restaurant.
Okay, so everybody have a look at the menu. Is that true? So is it correct? Yes, you can eat salad. Or is it false? No, you can't eat salad.
Teacher, can I have a try?
So let's do everybody first of all. So everybody show me on your thumbs. Thumbs up, thumbs down. 1, 2, 3, show me. Okay, most of you are saying yes, it's true. Jin Xuan, do you want to answer it? The answer is?
Sure.
The answer is true.
True.
Hi.
Definitely true.
It is definitely true. Well done, because there's a seafood salad, there's an egg salad. I think that might be it for salads, but you can definitely have one, can't you? Well done. So Ethan, read question 2, please, or sentence 2.
This restaurant sells seafood.
Okay, everybody have a little look. I'll count down in a minute. You can show me on your thumbs. This restaurant sells seafood. Okay, thumbs up or down. True or false? Show me. Some of you aren't joining in. If you're not sure, you could do sideways thumbs. Okay, Ashmita, what's the answer?
False.
I think it's false. Oh, I think it's actually true, because there you can get a seafood salad. Good try though, Ashmita. There was a couple of other people actually who thought it was false, but have a good look. So seafood, anything you might find under the sea to eat. You have seafood pizza as well. So Ashmita, read the third sentence.
There are 4 different types of pizza.
Okay, everybody have a think. There are 4 different types of pizza. Show me on your thumbs in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do we think? Oh, there's a mixture. Some are saying true and some are saying false. Caden, what do you think?
False.
Why is it false?
There's 5 different types of pizza. Chicken pizza, mushroom pizza, 4 cheeses pizza, meat pizza, seafood pizza.
Exactly, well done. So just because there are 4 here, there's another one here. So it's a little bit of a trick question if you just look carefully, quickly, sorry. Marcus, read the next sentence. They
don't have desserts in this restaurant.
4, 3, 2, 1. Show me. Good. Everyone's saying false. It is false because, of course, we have some desserts here. And Jerry, read the final sentence, please.
It's false. It's false.
Okay,
It's false. It's false. It's false.
that was false, yeah. And is the next one false? What does it say?
The water is free. The water is free.
In?
The restaurant.
Okay. So
False.
it is false. How much does the water cost?
It's 49 cents.
Let Jerry have a go.
49.
49 pence.
Pence.
Oh, yeah, good. So it is false. Well done, Jerry. Good effort there. Very good, everyone. So we'll move on then to the next section of our lesson. We're not going to have another break. And we'll come back to, we'll do some work on stories again. Stories use lots of intonation.
Teacher, may I go to the toilet?
Ethan, if you must, but try and use the break next time. That's what the break's for, okay? So this story has a tiger and a girl here. Does anybody know what this story might be? Maybe you've seen it already. You can unmute and tell me if you know.
A little girl gets eaten by tiger.
Oh my goodness, that would be a bit brutal for a children's story, Marcus. I'm not sure if it's that. So, I don't think it is.
The little girl is having a tea party with the tiger.
Have you read a story like this, Jin Xuan?
No.
Ah, well, you were pretty much there with the title. It's called The Tiger Who Came to Tea. Now, in England, we call the time the final meal of the day. In the evening, we say tea. Some people say dinner. So you can interchange the two. Usually in the north of England, they say tea. In the south of England, they say dinner. So it really depends where you are, but it doesn't matter. Both are understood. So let's have a look at the tiger who comes to tea. And like last week, so be thinking as we watch, you'll be able to make your own story. So maybe it'll be the lion who came to tea or the elephant who came to tea. So you can be thinking about that as you watch the story.
So let's say you have to read an incredibly long email from your boss that you have to finish before the big meeting.
The Tiger Who Came to Tea by Judith Kerr. Once there was a little girl called Sophie, and she was having tea with her mummy in the kitchen. Suddenly there was a ring at the door. Sophie's mummy said, "I wonder who that can be. It can't be the milkman, because he came this morning. And it can't be the boy from the grocer, because this isn't the day he comes. And it can't be Daddy, because he's got his key. We'd better open the door and see." Sophie opened the door, and there was a big, furry, stripy tiger. The tiger said, "Excuse me, but I'm very hungry. Do you think I could have tea with you?" Sophie's mummy said, "Of course, come in." So the tiger came into the kitchen and sat down at the table. Sophie's mummy said, "Would you like a sandwich?" But the tiger didn't just take one sandwich. He took all the sandwiches on the plate and swallowed them in one big mouthful. Oup! And he still looked hungry, so Sophie passed him the buns. But again, the tiger didn't eat just one bun. He ate all the buns on the dish, and then he ate all the biscuits and all the cake until there was nothing left to eat on the table. So Sophie's mummy said, "Would you like a drink?" And the tiger drank all the milk in the milk jug and all the tea in the teapot. And then he looked round the kitchen to see what else he could find. He ate all the supper that was cooking in the saucepans, and all the food in the fridge. and all the packets and tins in the cupboard. And he drank all the milk, and all the orange juice, and all Daddy's beer, and all the water in the tap. Then he said, "Thank you for my nice tea. I think I'd better go now." And he went. Sophie's mummy said, "I don't know what to do. I have nothing for Daddy's supper. The tiger has eaten it all." And Sophie found she couldn't have her bath because the tiger had drunk all the water in the tap. Just then, Sophie's daddy came home. So Sophie and her mummy told him what had happened and how the tiger had eaten all the food and drunk all the drink. And Sophie's daddy said, "I know what we'll do. I've got a very good idea. We'll put on our coats and go to a cafe." So they all went out into the dark, and all the street lamps were lit, and all the cars had their lights on, and they walked down the road to a cafe. And they had a lovely supper with sausages and chips and ice cream. In the morning, Sophie and her mummy went shopping, and they bought lots more things to eat. And they also bought a very big tin of tiger food in case the tiger should come to tea again. But he never did.
Say hello to what? There we go. So the tiger ate all the food. Notice how they kept saying all as the focus word. All the food, all the drink, and left them with nothing to eat.
I thought it was the real life girl one.
No, I just used that picture for the slide, but maybe we can watch that. I think you'll be able to find that somewhere on YouTube if you looked for the theatre one.
I think the tiger is still dead.
It's very bad.
It's dead.
Yeah, why?
Teacher, the tiger is really smart.
He's pretty smart, isn't he? Yeah, he knows where all the food is.
Wasting people's money.
He was taking everybody's money.
Yeah. No,
by
not
eating their food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
okay.
And people thought if the more house he go, the more people will buy a big tin of tiger food and worried that the tiger will come again. But
yeah, exactly.
He never did.
He never did, exactly. We could say, if you think somebody is maybe quite clever and there was a word you just used, smart, but they do it to do something that benefits them, so to get good things for themselves. You can say somebody is crafty. Give me a thumbs up if you've ever heard that word before.
By the way, the tiger
is crafty. So he's kind of planning to do things that help himself.
Teacher.
Okay, so Marcus, remember we're going to have hands up when you want to say something so we're not interrupting, okay? So let's all have a look then. A couple of questions. Jin Xuan?
No, I forgot to put my hand up.
Oh, that's okay. Marcus, well done for putting your hand up this time.
Maybe the tiger was a human in disguise.
Oh, you think it could be somebody else?
Yeah.
That could be a good twist for your story, Marcus, because we're going to, like last week, we're going to spend about 10 minutes having a think about what our own story could be. It doesn't have to be as long as that one. It can just be a really short story if you want. But the main thing is that when we share our story, we use really good intonation. So I want you to, perhaps when you write it or write some notes, you could decide what your focus word's going to be, so that we get that intonation. So you might have loads of ideas and be happy with coming up with your own story, in which case you can make a start. You can write it on your paper, you can write it in the chat box, you can write it on the computer, wherever you want to write it, or you can just think it through and say it. Or you might want to keep watching on the screen and come up with some ideas as I give you some prompts. The other option is, if you're really keen to continue last week's story and finish that, you could do that if you want to. But the main point is that we get some intonation in our storytelling. Marcus?
I want to continue my story from last week.
That is absolutely fine. As long as you know which words you're going to use good intonation for, that's fine. So if you're unsure, listen along and we'll come up with a little story together. So you could have a different animal. Decide on your animal that came to tea.
The hungry lion.
Ah, the hungry lion that came to tea. I like it. Okay. So you could jot that down. We can look at it on the screen anyway.
The hungry dog came for tea.
I like it. Yeah, the hungry dog who came to tea. So you could start your story in the same way. So one evening, there was a knock on the door. Keep it simple. It was a... Now we've been thinking about lots of foods. So again, you could keep it simple and write about maybe 3 foods that the tiger ate, or the new animal, the elephant, the hungry dog, or the hungry lion. Perhaps he asks a question when they answer the door. Can I come in for dinner? Or tea?
Teacher, we must write like a paragraph or...
If you can, yep. So you can follow along with what I'm doing on the screen here if you need some help, or you can do it in your own way if you're feeling confident to do that. I don't mind. So we could start with one evening, there was a knock at the door. It was a, your turn to put the animal in. Can I come in for tea? Asked the, what's it going to be? And then we could have 3 things that he ate or she ate all of. He or she. So look at the blue story if you need to. Marcus, is that your hand up?
Can I?
Can you?
I would like to annotate at the screen.
What would you like to add? What is it you want to add on there?
It was one evening there was a knock on the door. It was a dog.
Okay, this is for everyone to try and use. So we're not going to annotate on here, but you could put it in the chat box to me, or you could write it on a scrap piece of paper if you want. Okay.
Okay.
But the aim is that in about 5 minutes now, we've got a rough idea of a short story we could tell. I can give you a bit longer if you need longer as well. Hands up so I can see who that is asking me.
Me, Jing Xuan.
Go on then.
How many minutes do we have to do this?
Well, let's see how we're getting on at 35. So for you, that's 9:35. Is that 9:35 now for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll stop and see how you're doing. We'll see if anybody is ready. But if not, we'll have another 5 minutes. We'll see how we do.
Teacher, I will write at the chat box.
Good idea. Okay, good plan. Now, you could, everybody, think of an ending. So in the real story, they had to go to the restaurant. In your story, maybe they get a takeaway. Maybe they have to go to the supermarket. But there was no food left for the family. So they had to go to or they had to order something. You decide. Okay, so that's a rough idea on the screen that you can use to help you, everybody.
Teacher, I would just say it out later.
That's fine.
Can I say so? They decide to go to.
Can you what? Sorry? Sorry, Ginger, I didn't mean to press that. Ethan, what was that?
Can I write? So they decide to go to the shop.
To the shop and get more?
Or the supermarket.
Yeah, yeah.
Teacher, I'm done.
Is that you, Ethan?
Yes.
Great. So if you finish, everyone, because you've got about 2 minutes if you need it, but you could be deciding. So I'm going to color code here. Red is going to be high and green is going to be low. Okay. You could be deciding which words you're going to use your high pitch and which words you're going to use your low pitch. So you could be thinking that through. So think through how you're going to say it. So one evening, it was an elephant. That's quite shocking. So I'm going to go high. Can I come in for dinner? Asked the elephant. She ate all low of the bananas and all of the rice.
Watermelon.
And, oh, that's a good idea. And even high, because I can't believe it, all low again of the watermelon. There was no food left for the family. So they had to go to the drive-through McDonald's. So that's your last job if you're ready. Don't worry if you've not finished your story, but you could be deciding where are you going to use a high voice, where are you going to use a low voice to make this sound really story-like. So it is 9:35. Put your hands up if you need more time. Don't worry if you do. More time, anybody who needs it? In that case, it looks like we're all ready. So who is feeling brave enough to tell their story, either the new story for today or last week's story, with the best intonation you can possibly use? Go on, Ethan.
There was a knock on the door. There was a hungry lion. Can I come in for dinner? Asked the hungry lion. He ate all the food and all of the snacks, and even drank all of the water. There was no food and water left for the family, so they decided to go to the supermarket.
Good, well done, Ethan. I can hear you are starting to put some intonation in there. You could even go, particularly with a story. When we're telling a story, we tend to do our intonation even more dramatically. Say, all of the food, ate all of the watermelon. You wouldn't do that if you were having a conversation. When you're telling a story, we tend to do it a bit, we tend to put a bit extra. So you could even go with even more intonation than that even, Ethan, and still it wouldn't be too much. Okay, but that was really good start. I like how you've changed it. That was really good. And they had to go to the supermarket at the end. Go on then, Jin Xuan.
One evening, there was a knock on the door. It was an elephant. Can I come in for dinner? Asked the elephant. She ate all of the watermelon and all of the bananas and even drink all of the water. There was no food left for the family, so they had to go to the McDonald's drive-thru.
They went there as well. Great, well done. Good intonation again. Very good, Jin Xuan. I like the foods that they ate as well, and even drank all of the water. Marcus, your turn. So, Marcus, are you telling us the story from last week?
I changed my mind.
That's okay. Go on then.
One evening, there was a knock on the door. It was a bear. Can I come for dinner? Asked the bear. He ate all of the bread and all of the meat and even all of the fish. There was no food left for the family, so they had to go to the shopping mall to buy food.
Good, Marcus, that was really good intonation. You were going high, low, high, low. That kept your story really interesting to listen to. Well done. Ashmita, go on, your turn.
One evening, there was a knock on the door. It was a lion. Can I come in for dinner? Asked the lion.
He ate all of the cupcakes and all of the potatoes and even all of the drinks. There was no food left for the family, so they had to go to the McDonald's to have their dinner.
Great, well done. Good intonation again as well. Really story-like. Well done. They also went to McDonald's. There's a whole group of animals at McDonald's now, aren't there? Darius, did you manage to think of a story? Darius, unmute. Can you tell me yes or no? Did you manage to think of a story?
Yes.
Oh, you did? Go on then, have a go.
There was a knock on the door. It was a bear. Can I come in for tea? Asked the bear. He ate all the meat and all of the fish and even all of the vegetables.
Yeah.
There was no food left for the family, so they had to go to the shopping mall to buy food.
Wow, well done, Darius. We should be giving each person a clap, I've just realised. So we'll give a clap to Darius and all the other people who've told their story so far, because everyone I can hear since the beginning of the lesson, you've all improved your intonation. Caden, did you have a story to tell?
Yes.
Go on.
One evening, there was a knock on the door. It was a hippopotamus. Can I come in for dinner? Asked the hippopotamus. He ate all of the pastas and all of the nuggets and even all of the cupcakes. There was no food left for the family, so they had to go to the McDonald's drive-thru.
Good. I like your intonation. Don't rush it at the end. It was a really good story. Really good. I like that you chose a hippopotamus. Now listen to the pronunciation. Lots of quick letters. Hippopotamus. We don't tend to say Amos, okay? Hippopotamus. Oh, quick. So I like that word actually, listening to it. Very good, Caden. Like your choices. And Jerry, did you have a story to tell?
One evening, there was a cock knocked on the door. He was a dog. Can I come in for dinner? Asked the dog. He ate all of the bones and all of the food and even all of the drink. There was no food left for the family, so they had to go to the restaurant.
To the restaurant. Jerry, that was brilliant. Do you know, I could hear your voice going up, down, up, down. Really good storytelling, Jerry. Well done. I really enjoyed that. Give Jerry a clap as well, everybody. Super. So hopefully you've enjoyed your storytelling today. And I think storytelling is one way of really practicing your intonation. So if you wanted to practice this a bit more after today's lesson, you could choose a story written in English, just a simple one. And a bit like we did just now, or I demonstrated to you, you can just decide when you're reading it, depending on the meaning and how you want it to sound, you can decide where you want it to go high and where you want it to go low. Because as you can probably hear from when everybody told their story, it really makes a difference, doesn't it, to the way that it sounds and the way that it means. So really think about that. We'll probably continue to do intonation even next week, because it's something that I think takes a bit of practice, takes a bit of time, but we'll do it in a different way. So well done for your stories. Marcus, did you have a question?
No.
Was that from earlier?
He's frozen again.
Yeah, never mind. Okay. Well, what we're going to do, we do have a couple of games for the end, but I thought we could just do one of these exercises first. Okay, because it's also important when we're reading something for the first time that we try and think about our intonation. Marcus, did you have a question? You're back again now.
Just now, I forgot to lower my hand. And
Don't
then
worry.
when I lower my hand, you say I'm...
Yeah, don't worry. Okay, so this these are all objects
James says
around
I'm
the
close.
these are all objects around the writing, and each one describes an object. So for this time, you can write it in the chat box when you think you know what it is. So for example, the first one says, you can use this to clean your teeth. And obviously it is a toothbrush. So we're going to write these in the chat box. We're going to take it in turns to read with some intonation.
We need to write off this.
Yep, so I'm going to get somebody to say it, and then you can write the answer in the chat box, okay?
Teacher, can we annotate the screen?
Yes, I could choose somebody to do that. Actually, that's quite a good idea. But actually, I want everybody joining in. So Jin-Chuan, I will do some annotating with you, but I think for this one, so that everyone can do it, we'll just use the chat box this time. So you can write it just to me in the chat box if you know how to do that. So Jin-Chuan, can you read number 1 for us?
Number 1.
Mm-hmm.
You use this to clean your teeth. A toothbrush.
Sorry, that's the example. Sorry, next one. So you use this when?
You use this when you want to get dry after washing or swimming.
Good intonation. Everybody write it in the chat box. What is that?
Towel.
Don't say it out loud. Write it in the chat box. Well done, Caden, because you followed the instruction there.
Teacher, so we write off this in a book.
No, you can just write it in the chat box if you like. Somebody's annotating the screen. Don't do that at the moment, please, because we're all going to write in the chat box. Okay. So, Marcus, read number 2, please. This is
a kind of home.
Here, up.
Oh, this is the place young children go to study and learn. Teacher, just now you accidentally showed the answer.
That's okay. That's fine. Everybody write it in the chat box. Can you number your answers if you can? Ethan, read number 3, please.
This is a kind of home and is usually on the floor.
Good. Ashmita, number 4.
In front, and you write them to your friends and family when you go away from home.
Good. Okay. Jerry, number 5. You can all be doing this at your own pace in the chat box. Jerry, number 5. I think you might be on mute.
Teacher, I can't hear anything.
That's okay. I think he's just having a look.
Okay.
Okay, and then I think, is there anybody who's not read? Okay, in that case, keep reading through and just go to number 10. See if you can work out what all of the objects are. And also, if you want, rather than writing it to everybody, sorry, I'll put it back on in a second. You can, if you see this in the chat box, you can press the arrow and you should see my name, Hayley. And if you click that, it will just come to me rather than everyone seeing everybody's answers.
Yeah, but if it's okay that we write for everyone, right?
You can, but it just means that it's harder for me to know whether everyone's got it or whether they've seen the chat books, but I'm sure you're all doing it for yourselves anyway. So far, these are correct. Check number 8, please, Ethan. Okay.
Yeah,
And
I think number 8 is supposed to be some kind of like how do we call that? Doctor, something like.
number 4, did you say?
Number 8.
Number 8. So you buy medicines and other things at this place.
Is it a university?
A university is where you go to study, so it's not that one. I'm just seeing which word they've used on here. Maybe I need to go back so you can see. Sorry, there's more at the bottom.
Yeah, but I can't really see.
So I'll write them up here. It's a chemist, comics and diaries. So a chemist or pharmacy. So these are the other options. Well done for pointing that out, Jin Xuan. Good. Now we'll stop in 1 minute. Don't worry if you don't get them all done. As long as you've tried some of them, that's great.
Teacher, I'm done.
Great.
Teacher, I'm done.
Okay, so I can see most of you got the right answers, but I'm just going to go through them just in case, because there were a couple
When are we going
where
to play that?
can people stop interrupting? Thank you. There's a couple where it wasn't quite right, so let's just check each one. So number 1 is definitely a towel. Well done. Number 2, young children go there to study and learn, so that should be a school. Yep, good. Number 3, somebody put a tent, but a type of home. We don't normally live in tents, so it's an apartment. A tent is not usually a home. That's normally like something you would use when you go on holiday, perhaps.
Oh.
So these usually have a picture on the front, and you write them to your friends and family when you go away from home.
Postcards.
Good, well done. We don't tend to use them very much anymore. You can buy these every day, and they tell you about things which are happening in the world. Well done if you wrote newspapers.
Newspapers.
Yeah, number 6. Well done if you wrote soap. And for number 7, well done if you wrote playground. Good, yep.
A pharmacy.
A pharmacy or a chemist, yep.
Diaries.
Diaries.
Good. Well done.
Last one,
Comics.
comics.
Good. So they threw a few extra ones in there to confuse you. So well done if you got apartment instead of tent, and school instead of university. So you can give yourself a score out of 10. And if you got 10, you can give yourself a little
Can
victory
we
dance.
play games
Woo!
now?
Or you can cheer. Sorry?
Can we play games now?
Yes, so they were going to play a game to finish. Okay. And it's a word game this time because we've been thinking about food quite a lot today. I thought we could use this word game. So I'm going to think of something to do with food, which is the supermarket, obviously where we buy it.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
All is food. And now I'm very full.
You're very hungry.
No, I'm very full.
Oh, are
Because
you
it's
full?
too much.
Oh.
Too much food.
Full of food in the brain. Yeah, I know. Well, sometimes it's nice to stick to a theme so that we're sticking to one thing at a time, but we can always choose another word if we get time after this. So we'll start. I haven't even tried this actually, so I haven't thought of the foods myself yet. And you can think of a food for each letter. So for example, is there a food that starts with an S?
Food start with S.
Mm-hmm.
This is hard. Can we
So
start
you
with
could
G?
have, what's very sweet? What's very sweet? A sweet or
Sweet. Sugar.
Sweets or sugar. Good. So I'm going to see if who can finish first. As soon as you finish, you can unmute and say finished. You can do it on scrap paper and think of as many foods as you can. Now, there are some that are quite hard. So if you can't think of a food that starts with a U, you could think of a food word that's got a U in it.
Sour candy.
Yeah.
U.
So 2 points if you get that, use it as the first letter. If it's really hard, just use it as you work around it. So aubergine we looked at earlier, didn't we?
Yeah. Teacher, U is very hard.
It is, isn't it?
But P will be a lot more easier.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see who's going to get there first. I'll have a go as well.
Pepper.
Oh, there you go. Write them down then. See who gets it
The
first.
answer for P.
Write them all down. When you've finished all of it, when you've done your whole crossword, shout that you've finished. Well, you don't want to tell everyone what they are because they'll all use it and they might be quicker than you with the others.
E for.
Oh, there is one that starts with a U. Have you heard of an ugly fruit?
No.
Ugly fruit.
So we write it. We write it.
You finished already? Who is that?
So we write on a
Scrap paper. Yeah, you can write it in the chat box if you want. Oh, you could have udon noodles for the U because this is quite a hard one. Yeah.
Teacher, but E is very hard.
E?
Yes.
What comes out of a chicken?
Oh.
There you go.
Chicken.
Chicken and the egg. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, egg. And R is for roasted chicken.
You could do.
And for
T for turkey.
Good. Don't shout them out because somebody might take your answer. Oh, Ashmita, well done. She's thinking of loads of them.
Teacher.
Marcus, you okay?
He's frozen again.
Never mind. Let's see, we've only got a minute left. Is anyone going to think of all of them?
Teacher, R. Roasted chicken.
Yeah, something roasted, or you could have, there's something we eat with lots of things. I like to have it with curry, something beginning with R. Something I eat with it is white.
Oh. What about R?
So that was my clue. Something I might eat with curry and it's white. And there's lots of bits of it.
Rice.
Good, well done.
Roti
No, I mean
canai.
K.
Roti canai.
What is what?
It's Asian food.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't heard of that actually.
Teacher.
So you can use Asian foods if you want to.
Teacher.
Yes.
Do we need to
Brussels sprouts for R.
write off this in a paper?
You can write it on a piece of scrap paper or the chat box. Yeah. They're called Brussels sprouts.
Oh.
Okay. Brussels sprouts.
But at least it have R.
Yeah, you could. You've got it for the R. You can put it around it. Yeah. Well done.
Okay. K is kind of hard.
Yeah, it is actually, isn't it?
If G is more easier.
Okay, we're going to have to stop because it's the end of the lesson now. I think, though, the person with the most seems to be Ashmita. So well done, Ashmita. If you look in the chat box, everybody, we have got quite a lot of foods there for each letter. She's up to R. Well done if you were shouting some ideas out. Has anybody else written some down? Okay, perhaps I'll remember for next week. We need a bit more time for these word games because that was quite hard. If you were struggling with K, you could have done a kiwi. So we'll finish there. Well done, everybody, because our target today was using intonation and I could definitely hear more intonation. So super. Next week, I'll think of some more things we can do to practice intonation and perhaps a few extra games to do at the end because I know that you like doing those as well. So okay. I will see you all next Monday. Have a lovely week.
Thank you, teacher.
Goodbye. No problem. Goodbye. Bye.
I'm going to close Zoom already.
Okay. Bye, everyone.